So, before we begin, today I'm going to be riffing off of a poem by Roger Keyes called Hokusai Says. I think I'm pronouncing that right. So you'll know where that's coming from. But before I begin, let's all just settle back in your seats. And as you take a deep breath in and then out, relax your shoulders. On the next deep in and out breath, move down and relax your arms and hands. And on your last breath, check your body and see what else you need to just let go. I will read parts and then give you a chance to think about it. Hokusai says, look carefully. He says, pay attention, notice. He says, keep looking, stay curious. He says, there is no end to seeing. He says, look forward to getting old. He says, keep changing. You just get more and more who you really are. He says, get stuck. Accept it. Repeat yourself as long as it's interesting. He says, keep doing what you love. He says, keep praying. He says, every one of us is a child. Every one of us is ancient. Every one of us has a body. He says every one of us is afraid. He says every one of us has to find a way to live with fear. He says everything is alive. Shells, buildings, people, fish, mountains, trees. Wood is alive. Water is alive. Everything has its own life. Everything lives inside us. He says, live with the world inside you. He says it doesn't matter if you draw or write books. It doesn't matter if you saw wood or catch fish. It doesn't matter if you sit at home and stare at the ants on your veranda or the shadows of the trees and grasses in your garden. It matters that you care. It matters that you feel. It matters that you notice. It matters that life lives through you. Contentment is life living through you. Joy is life living through you. Satisfaction and strength are life living through you. Peace is life living through you. He says, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Look, feel, let life take you by the hand. Let life live through you. When you're ready, begin wiggling your fingers and toes. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. So this Hokusai was an artist, late 1700s and early 1800s. And Roger Keyes studied his art and came up with this poem from the artwork that he studied. It's kind of unique.